Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today's video is my November favorites ranked. I love to grab all of my favorite products from the previous month and rank them from products I really liked to my most favorite ones of the month. And so that is exactly what we are going to do in this video. If you're excited for it, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, happy December. I cannot believe 2021 has 31 days left. That is crazy, right? So this month, my plan, I'm gonna set my intentions for the month. The plan is to upload a video a day, 31 videos for the month of December. I'm going to work really hard in order to make it happen, but at the same time, if I miss a day, it's not going to be a huge deal because I can only push myself so hard. But the plan is to bring you tons and tons of content, and so I cannot wait. I have my month kind of planned. I just need to stick to my schedule and hopefully make it happen. And we are of course starting with my monthly favorites, and at number 10 I have this product right here. So you guys know I bought my Dyson Airwrap a couple of months ago. Highly recommended. I believe I put it in my September and my October favorites. It is still my favorite, but I'm going to concentrate on newer products. If you want the Dyson Airwrap, I'm going to leave you a link below because I believe that it's still 20% off at Best Buy. So check the links down below. But for the first month and a half of me having it, I could not, for the life of me, figure out how to get curls that lasted. And as you can see, we are no longer there. We have curls that last now, and it's been a combination of different things how we've gotten here, but definitely one of the products that I have used that has helped the most is this right over here. So this is from the brand called Color Wow. This is called the Extra Large Bombshell Volumizer, and it's basically like a very light foamy mousse. What you do is you put it on your damp hair, root to tip, spread it really nicely, and then I dry my hair with my Dyson Airwrap, and I cannot tell you the difference this has made. My most favorite thing about this is that I don't need to use hairspray to make my curls last. Not that hair care was working in the first place, but it gives you a ton of volume and it gives me curls that last me pretty much until I go to sleep, just because when I go to sleep my hair gets tangled and then I have to brush it out the next morning. But as you can see, and I've had these curls for like 6+ hours now, it gives me really nice defined curls, and I can totally still run my fingers through them, which for me was important because I hate having crunchy hair, and this does not give me crunchy hair, which I love. So if you have a Dyson Airwrap, and I know that when I did my month update on my Dyson Airwrap, a lot of me shared the feeling of not being able to curl your hair with yours. Trust me, get the Color Wow Extra Large Bombshell Volumizer, run it through your damp hair, and it is going to make a world of a difference. This is definitely one of the things that made the most difference in me being able to curl my hair with my Dyson Airwrap. And when I tell you I love it like 10 times more than I loved it when I first got it, I'm obsessed, okay? So of course I highly recommend this product. By the way, I never talked about this before, and I got it during the Sephora sale because it was my last day of the sale purchase, my impulse buy. I went into my local Sephora and I got this, and I also got the Raise the Root Lifter, which I like, but it's not in my favorites. Anyways, so it was a last minute impulse buy from the last day of the sale at Sephora, and I'm in love. I needed it. It's changed the game for me. Product number 9 is actually from BK Beauty. They recently released a line of lipsticks and lip liners, and I am obsessed with their new lip liners. I have two colors I want to show you in particular. The first one being Sweet Pea, and my most favorite being Warm Spice. I think one of my favorite things about these lip liners is the way that they come packaged, and I don't mean the plastic packaging because there's nothing too special about that. Is the shape that they come in. As you can see, they have this slanted tip, so you can get a very thin line with the tip of it if you wanted to, or my favorite way to use it is actually kind of like the thick way around. These glide extremely easily. You guys can see right there. This one is warm spice and here is sweet pea. Take a look right there at my two favorite colors. So like I said, they glide effortlessly. They are extremely pigmented. I just love that if you use it kind of like the thick way, like I said, you're lining your lips but also filling them in a little bit with this at the same time. And because they are so glidey and so soft, you can get a really beautiful result really fast. And I like that it kind of fills in your lips a little bit because then it's much faster and much easier to blend them with whichever lipstick you use on top. So I highly recommend the BK Beauty lip liners. They are long lasting, they are super soft, they are hydrating, and like I said, they just get you this really nice lip line that blends very easily with your lipstick. I've been obsessed with these since I got them. By the way, I have a 10% off with BK Beauty that I always forget to mention. I'm going to leave it down along with the link in the description box of the video. I don't know if they're still having Cyber Week sales, but definitely check out the lip liners. Another lip product I have been obsessing over this month, and this one I've been actually combining a lot with my BK Beauty lip liners, is from Lisa Eldridge, and it's this right over here. So this is the Lisa Eldridge lip gloss. I have mine in the color Muse, and I was thinking I wish I had more colors to recommend to you guys, but I looked at the website yesterday and I wrote down the ones besides this one that I think I would really like and that I will definitely pick up next time I do a Lisa Eldridge purchase. So besides Muse, which I absolutely love, let me show you a swatch of this one. Check it out right there. I also really like the colors Go Lightly, Songbird, and Affair. They're all on the lighter side, just like this one, which is definitely my favorite type of gloss to use. This one here has the best soft brown pinky undertone to it, and what I love about these glosses is, first of all, you can see how glossy they are and they are not sticky at all whatsoever. Second of all, they feel extremely hydrating on the lips, like extremely hydrating. I've been using these like it's lip balm this month. They are so good. They last quite a while for a lip gloss on the lips. It's not like, you know, like a liquid lipstick or anything like that, but it lasts for a gloss for quite a while. And I really love the pigment of them. It's not just like a clear gloss, like a topper that you would put on top of a lipstick. This can totally be used on its own, and you can definitely see why I've been using it so much with my BK Beauty lip liners, because they match so well. So you can definitely use this on its own and you're going to have a really beautiful glossy lip that is still going to be rich in pigment. It's still going to give you color, and so I absolutely have been loving the Lisa Eldridge lip glosses. Again, I have mine in the color Muse and I'm obsessed with it, but I will buy the other three that I recommended next time I purchase, because I was checking all of her colors and I'm like, I want all of the light glosses that have a neutral undertone, and so love them. Moving on to the 7th spot, we have this right here. This is the Vanessa Myrick's Holiday Palette Lightworks 3, I believe it's called. I don't know where this is available. If it is available anywhere, I will definitely look it up before I post this video, and if I find it anywhere, it'll be linked below. When this palette first came out, I thought $125 for the Vanessa Myrick's palette. I don't know about that, but then I tried it and I found out how truly special this palette is. I highly recommend that you check out my 5 looks 1 palette that I did with this one, and you can see the different ways in which you can use these shades. I love duochromes, multi-chromes, shimmers, and this palette gives me exactly that. I don't think it's like the most perfect standalone palette because it mainly just has a bunch of pops of color, but it is a great palette to have along with other palettes in your collection. In fact, when I did my 5 looks 1 palette video, I did a couple of looks where I combined these shades from other palettes, and I got some really amazing results with it. I really love shades like Solarian, Gaia, Aurora, Galaxy. Martian might be my favorite shade. All of these shades right here, I promise you the camera does not even do them justice. Like this one right here, for example, I was so surprised when I swatched it just now and it looks teal on the screen, because when I look at it, it looks purple, and when I see it in the palette, it looks pink. So these are true triochrome colors that have the most insane shift to them, and so they create this really beautiful blended soft dimension on your eyelids that is truly spectacular. If you are into colorful shimmers, triochromes, duochromes, anything like that, you need this palette to add to your collection. I personally didn't have a palette that was like this before, and so I am extremely glad that I have it and I grabbed it, and I definitely plan on using it. Especially I plan on using the heck out of these shades right here. Plus these big shades in the middle, they can be used as highlighter, which I have done before, or you can also use them for like really intense colorful inner corner colors, and they will work amazingly for that. The 2 shades in this palette I'm not super impressed with were this one and this one right here, and they can be really beautiful inner corner colors, but they are gel formulas, and when I put them on my eyelid, it's a huge mess, a glossy mess, a mess that I don't want to deal with. So for inner corner, these are fine, but I don't love them for all over the eyelid type of shades. But with that said, they are still really stunning shades as well. Anyways, let me shut up about this one now, but I do highly recommend it, and if it's still available anywhere, I will have it linked down below. Moving on to product number 6, we are going to talk about the Tower 28 Sunny Days Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Tinted Sunscreen. That is a mouthful. Anyways, this right over here, I tried sometime maybe like by the end of October, I would say, and it's quickly become a favorite. I put it in my Sephora sale recommendations video because I absolutely love this. Now, I won't say that this is like my favorite foundation ever, because I prefer foundations that have a medium coverage with a natural finish. Now for everyday use, this foundation is spectacular. Also, if you are somebody who likes a sheer buildable coverage with a glowy finish, you will absolutely love this. I feel like I find it sometimes hard to find tints that work for me because I have rosacea, and majority of the tints do not cover my rosacea. They don't cover my redness, and this one does, so I do really love that about it. Besides that, I also have very dry skin, and I sometimes find that tinted sunscreens or products that have a lighter coverage sometimes make my skin look a little bit worse, a little bit drier, and so again, it did not happen with this one. So this is all in all an amazing product if you are somebody who likes a light coverage, if you want something easy to blend for every day. I do highly recommend this one. I've been using it a lot on days where I want to look a little bit put together, but I don't necessarily need to have a flawless complexion. Maybe to run errands, to go holiday shopping, whatever the case might be. This right here is what I've been reaching for. I put this on, a little bit of bronzer, brows, and mascara, the Lisa Eldridge gloss, and I am good to go. I feel like I hadn't liked a tinted moisturizer type product in a very long time, and so I definitely had to put this one in my favorites. Okay, so we've gotten to the top 5, and my 5th most favorite product for the month of November is also a foundation type product, and that is this right here. This is the Bounce Skin Tint by Beauty Blender. Now, even though this it says is a skin tint, which you would think has a similar texture to this, it does not. I would describe this as a medium coverage foundation with a natural finish, which, as I just mentioned, is my favorite type of foundation to use. Even though it comes with a dropper, it's not the thinnest of products. It's actually really nice and creamy. It's not thick by any means. It looks extremely natural. It blends easily, and it has a beautiful medium coverage with a natural finish. This is the foundation that I'm wearing today, and as you can see, it makes my skin look nice and perfected, but I love that it doesn't look heavy or cakey on my skin, which with my dry skin is something that is usually a concern. So if you've been wondering about this one and you usually go for the same types of foundation that I like, know that this will definitely be a good one. I do recommend it, and these two have been my foundations for the month of November. This one definitely the one I've been using most, especially because again it has that perfect mix of finish and coverage that I prefer, and I can make it look glamorous the way I did today, or I can make it look natural if I'm going for a more low-key type of makeup. Now, if I want to do the bare minimum, I do reach for this one just because it feels lighter on the skin and it gives me a little bit more hydration. Moving on to product number 4, and it's not one but many things, kind of. We are going to talk about this MAC lipstick vault. Just take a look right here. If you didn't watch my favorite holiday sets from MAC Cosmetics video, I highly recommend that you do, because I swatched every single one of these lipsticks on that video, all 12 of them, and let me tell you, I discovered some lipstick colors I have fallen in love with. Besides that, this is such a great deal. Hopefully the sale is still going on, but MAC was having a 30% off sale. The original price of this was maybe like $75-ish, and the sale price at 30% off was $52.15. If you think about it like I was thinking about it last night, it's like 1 1/4 of a Gucci lipstick. Those are like $42, and you get 12 lipsticks. These are not full-size lipsticks, they are lipstick minis, but still I do find that there is a lot of product that comes in here. Plus, I really love the selection of them. You have your nudes, your pinks, your orangey shades, your reds, your darker berry colors. There is a lot of options in here, and again, I highly recommend you watch that video so that you can see all of the swatches, but pretty much all of them were very flattering. I feel like trying these, I kind of fell in love with the MAC Cosmetics lipstick formula. I've definitely tried MAC lipsticks in the past. In fact, I have a few in my collection, but you know how you try something new and then you start shoving your old favorites back, you know, to like the end of the drawer, and then one day you're like, oh my god, I found this, and like I remember how much I like it. So in a different way, that was exactly what happened to me with MAC lipsticks. I feel like trying this huge variety of colors, I remember how good the MAC lipstick formula is and how it's on par with a lot of my more luxurious new lipsticks that I have in my collection. Besides this being an excellent gift on its own, if you want to gift it to yourself or to anybody else in your life, you can also break it apart and make it into stocking stuffers, and I think that would absolutely be fantastic as well. I highly recommend this set. Moving on to my third most favorite beauty item for the month of November, and that is these right over here. These are my long curling burls for my Dyson Airwrap, and the ones that have helped me get the curls that I have now. I got the tighter ones. These are 0.8 inches, I believe, because I figured if the curls get loose throughout the days, I might as well make them tight at first. And so as you can see, now my hair looks nice and wavy, but when I first curled them with these, they're very nice and tight, and then I just kind of loosen them with my fingers, and they have been working fantastically for me. Not that I didn't love my Airwrap from the moment I got it and started using it. If you watch my favorite videos, you know that even before I could curl my hair with it, it's been in my favorites for 2 months. Even when I first bought it and I made the investment, I honestly didn't think I would love it as much as I actually love it, and these have made me love it 10 times more. because now I can actually have curls in my hair, and I'm going to insert a clip of kind of how I do them real quick, and you can see that I use the full length of the barrel in order to get my curls, because even though my hair is not the longest it's ever been right now, I have a hair that has medium thickness and I have a lot of it, so it definitely covers the whole barrel. And with the shorter barrels I do not get a result nearly as good as I do with these. So if you have longer hair or thicker hair or just a lot of hair, definitely get the longer Dyson barrels, because it is going to change the game for you. My second most favorite product for the month of November, and by the way, if the order in which I organize these ever confuses you, I take into account level of excitement, but also like how often I use the item. So while I might be more excited about the Vanessa Myrick's palette than I am the Tower 28 tint, for example, this is something that I use a lot more than the Vanessa Myrick's palette, therefore I put this first. So hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, I don't know why I felt I had to explain that, but at number 2, this right over here, this is the Glam Face and Eyes palette from Natasha Denona. Let me tell you, when I first saw this, I was not excited about it or impressed by it at all. I was like, that looks so basic and not needed, right? Then I realized that the blush was actually a cream, and for some reason that intrigued me. And then I saw how excited you guys were about it, and so I was like, okay, definitely have to pick it up to review and see what's up, you know? When I tell you this is one of my favorite things I've tried this year, I love the highlighter. It has amazing shine. You can blend it down to look natural, or you can make it really nice and intense, and it doesn't enhance the texture of my skin, which is chef's kiss, my most favorite thing ever. The blush is incredible. It is long lasting, a cream blush. It looks so natural, and as the basic blush person that I am, I can tell you it's one of my favorite colors of blushes ever, because it's never too intense. It looks extremely natural. It blends so easily, and it's not too peachy or too pinky. It's kind of neutral in the center, which is definitely my preference. And then of course Natasha Denona eyeshadows are incredible, and so why not love this quint right here that she gave us. It has 3 beautiful, very blendable matte shades, which Natasha Denona has my favorite matte formula in the industry. I love her mattes more than any other brand in my collection. And then what sometimes disappoints me in her palettes is that the shimmers are not as intense or impactful as I would like them to be. But in this face and eye palette right here, she put 2 of the most intense, nice, reflective shimmers she has done, I would say, at least this year. And so that made me fall in love with this palette right here even more. Plus, I think that the fact that it is so basic, like colors wise, makes it the perfect travel palette, because you can take this with you anywhere and you can have neutral looks for any occasion. And so next time I leave my house to go anywhere, you bet that this is definitely going to be one of the palettes I will be taking with me. And it makes you not even need a lot more eyeshadow palettes to take with you, because this little quint of eyeshadow shades right here is extremely versatile. You have a perfect blush, a perfect highlighter, and so the only thing it's missing is a bronzer. So I highly recommend this one, and trust me, I thought it was basic too, and then I tried it and I fell in love with it. And so if you've been thinking about it, definitely go for it. Okay, so last but most certainly not least, at number 1, the most exciting product I think I tried during the month of November was definitely this right here, the Rose Quartz palette from Huda Beauty. Of course, I already have a review on this one on my channel. I believe I did 2 looks in the review video, and I also have a 5 looks 1 palette that I created with it in case you guys need some inspiration. I love pinky mauvey eyeshadow, and I love the shimmers that Huda Beauty put in this palette. I think these are some of the most impressive metallic shimmers ever. They look so reflective, so jewel-like. They have amazing shift in them, and they're not only really beautiful shimmers, but there's a little bit of sparkle in them. These are truly attention-seeking types of shimmers. I absolutely love how reflective they are and how spectacular they make your eye look. Plus, Huda Beauty always does a really fantastic job at having really good mattes in her palette that are going to complement every single pop of color or pop of shimmer that she puts in this palette. This has quickly become a favorite in my collection, and definitely within the top 2 Huda Beauty palettes I own, just because I'm still not sure if I like it more than Mercury Retrograde, because Mercury Retrograde is a special palette for me. Anyways, one of the best Huda Beauty palettes ever. The 18 pan palettes from Huda Beauty are made in Italy, and so they have a much better formula than the Obsessions palettes. If you've only tried Obsessions palettes from Huda, definitely give these a try, because you'll be surprised at how much better the formula is, and I just highly recommend it. Plus, look at this packaging. I love that she took herself out of the packaging, sort of speaking, and she made it about the palette and the color story and the message. Love the formulas, love the glittery shades, love the color story, and I love the types of looks that I can create with this one. Like I said, if you need some inspiration, definitely check out the 5 looks 1 palette video or the review video where I have a couple extra looks. And if you've been thinking about this palette, definitely get it or add it to your Christmas wish list, and hopefully Santa will bring it for you. Okay, I think that is all I had for this video. I truly hope that you guys liked it. Of course, every single thing I mentioned will be linked down below, so if you're interested in getting any of these products, shop my links down there. If you guys liked the video, definitely give it a thumbs up before you leave. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Bye.